Namaste. Welcome to our Vinyasa Flow Yoga practice. My name is Michelle Chua, and for today, you may want to have 2 blocks and a strap if you have a strap around. Let's start in Hero's Pose or Virasana if that is appropriate for you to begin in. That's where you set your knees in front, and to make it easier on your knees, you could sit on 1 or even 2 stacked blocks in between your ankles. And take a moment to arrive. Feel the surfaces below your body that are holding you. So we are now into the first few days of spring here in the Northern Hemisphere, having celebrated the spring equinox just a couple of days ago. So I thought we'd do some reflection for this seasonal transition. Let's take a moment to be present in our bodies. You might close the eyes, you might rest a hand on your chest and a hand on your lower belly as you begin to take a mental walk throughout the physical landscape of your physical body. Noticing the sensations you're experiencing in different parts and bringing an attitude of curiosity rather than judging what you're observing as good or bad. Notice any way your body is communicating its needs to you to help you tailor your approach to your postures and movements. Notice the way your body's breathing without controlling or changing the breath. When we're stressed, we breathe differently than when we're relaxed. So how is your breathing right now informing you about your nervous system and your energy? Notice how you feel mentally and emotionally. Let's start to deepen the breath, inhaling slowly through your nose and exhaling slowly through the mouth. Allowing each new breath to become slightly longer, both in and out, and exhaling a few times through the mouth. You could even sigh it out. I invite you to reflect briefly on the last 3 months since December 21st, the beginning of winter. What has transpired in your life? And what can you highlight as blessings, situations, or encounters, or insights, or achievements that you feel gratitude for? Even those that during the time you were experiencing them may not have felt like a blessing, but now looking back retrospectively, you might understand how they were empowering for you and your journey forward. And now, as we're stepping into the spring season, is there anything you would like to bring intention to release, let go of, in order to create space for what you are choosing to invite in? Whether this be old ways of speaking to yourself that are not helpful, patterns, whether physical habits, mental habits, old beliefs that are limiting. And as you shed, that, what are you choosing to invite in? What are you stepping forward into the spring season welcoming? This could be something very specific in any area of your life in which you are creating something new or creating a change or reinforcing. And this could be something more general, like a feeling tone, a quality of energy such as groundedness, balance, freedom, joy, harmony. And as you pinpoint your intention for spring and for this practice today, I invite you to start to feel the qualities of it as you breathe in, exhaling. And as you remember, like Ram Dass would say, we're all just walking each other home, acknowledging that our paths are interconnected, that we are interconnected. I invite you to choose someone, whether an individual or a collective or our whole planet, that you would like to dedicate your practice to today. And together, let's join our voices to connect with each other, ourselves, and our Mother Earth, chanting her vibrational sound, Om, 3 times. Let in a deep breath. Ha. 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 And let's continue to allow the breath to support us in now regulating our energy through a practice called Ujjayi Pranayama, which means victorious breathing. It also helps to bring calm and focus as we start to move our bodies. And it's done by closing the lips, softly constricting the back of your throat, and creating a whispering sound as you breathe in very slowly and breathe out just as slowly, balancing the breath in and out. By listening to your breathing, you're helping to anchor your mind in the present moment, inviting a meditation in your postures and in your movements. As you're listening to your breath, establish a slow and smooth rhythm that we're going to move our bodies to in our Vinyasa flow, breath-led movement. We're going to continue spinal twisting this week, as well as turning the thighs out at the hips in external rotation, also called hip openers, both helping to release any stagnant energy of winter and invite flow, digestive flow, energy flow, and just physical ability to flow. Let's start in tabletop pose. So set your fingers flat at the front of your mat. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. Step your knees a couple of inches behind your hips. And as slowly as you're breathing, inhale, glide your chest forward and coil it up, entering cow pose. Exhale, contract your belly, rounding your back into cat pose. Again, inhale, draw the heart forward, roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale, lift the belly in, tuck the tailbone, and drop your crown. And then keep going. Several more cycles of breath in Vinyasa. If there is a different direction your body needs to move, feel free to explore as I invite you to do that throughout your practice. Really tuning into your body at any given moment and adjusting how you're practicing your postures and movements to best respond to what your body needs. So that if you need to rest and be still, you could come into child's pose, sit down, or whatever resting looks like for you. Remembering that's always an option. Start to make your way into downward facing dog and spend the first few breaths moving any way your body needs to loosen up. To relax your neck, you could shake your head no and nod your head yes several times. To warm up the backs of your legs, you could pedal your feet as slowly as you're breathing. To stretch the sides of your torso and outer hips, you could swivel your hips side to side as you're pedaling. Listen to your breath and continue to move as slowly and mindfully. Finding stillness, let your eyes be still, resting your gaze or drishti on one point, and listen to one more cycle of breath in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then step to the front of your mat in a forward fold. Separate your feet at least hips distance apart, parallel to each other. Bend your knees as you reach the hands behind you to clasp. Breathing in, lift your chest forward, lean forward, and then exhale, bow even deeper, relaxing your neck. Stretching the arms away from your lower back. You might sway your spine and bend one knee deeper and then the other. You might continue to shake and nod your head to relax your neck. Lifting your shoulders as you drop your skull, invite space in your neck. One more deep breath here in Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Let the arms fall, bend the knees even more, and as you inhale, slowly roll your spine upright as if stacking one vertebra at a time. Lifting your head last. Circle the shoulders back and down. Mountain pose. So root down as you spread your toes firmly throughout the four corners of each foot. Standing tall, join your hands in prayer at your heart center to tap into the energy of the intention you set. Moving with that as we offer gratitude to the sun for this brand new day and this beautiful life force energy that we are blessed with in sun salutations. Let's start with Surya Namaskar C. As you inhale, sweep your arms forward and gently coil your chest up. As you exhale, bow forward. You could bend the knees to help lengthen the spine. Plant your fingertips on the earth. Inhale, step the left knee behind you. Kneeling lunge, look up. As you hold your breath, step to plank pose. Exhale, lower your knees, then chest, then chin, Ashtangasana. Inhale, slither forward into a gentle cobra, rolling the shoulders back. As you exhale, lift your hips back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot beside your left thumb. Lower your right knee and gaze up. Exhale, step your right foot forward and fold. Press through your feet. Inhale, rise, lifting your heart towards the sun. As though blessing yourself, exhale your hands in prayer from your crown to your heart center. Second side. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, lifting your chest. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Plant your fingertips down. Inhale, step the right knee back. Anjaneyasana, look up. Hold your breath as you step to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, then chin, Ashtangasana. Inhale, slither forward into Cobra pose, drawing the shoulder blades down, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lift your hips back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot beside your right thumb, lower your left knee and look up. Exhale, step your left foot forward and fold. Press to your feet. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, join your palms in Padasana. Let's continue offering gratitude to the sun and warming up our bodies with sun salutation A. As you breathe in, sweep your arms overhead, find a gentle back bend. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Press your hands on two blocks, your shins or the ground, and inhale, lengthen your spine forward to half forward fold. Stepping back to plank with legs straight or knees down, firm in your belly, and exhale, glide forward and lower halfway down, hugging your elbows to your ribs in Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower to Cobra or flip the toes here, going deeper into upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. This time I invite you to be still for 2 deep breaths, even steadying your gaze. When you've emptied the second breath, step or lightly jump to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Press with your hands and inhale, lengthen the crown of your head forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow, Uttanasana. Root down, inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale your hands in prayer at the heart, Padasana. Now let's continue with a sun salutation twice more continuously. And as you fine tune the smooth, steady quality of your breathing and listen to it, invite meditation through movement with this one pointed focus. Here we go. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen forward. Either walk to plank. Some of you might float to Chaturanga, landing with the elbows bent, or lower knees, chest, chin. Exhale to lower. Inhale to Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Pause for 2 cycles of breath. When you've emptied the second breath, walk or lightly jump to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen to half forward fold. Exhale, fold. Rooting down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands in prayer at the heart. Once more, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana, bow forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Step, float, or knees, chest, chin into your Vinyasa. Continue at your pace of breath. Back to downward facing dog. Cultivating intentional stillness. Notice how your body is responding. Empty the breath before you step or jump forward. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands in prayer. Let's continue with sun salutation B. Stepping your feet together to touch. Inhale, bend your knees together to touch. Lean back towards your heels and raise your arms in chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, shift your weight forward and hinge from your hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, press to lengthen forward. Step, float. Take it to your vinyasa, your version. From downward facing dog, inhale, slowly raise your right leg back. Exhale, softly step the foot beside your right thumb. Drop the back heel. Inhale, rise to warrior one. Exhale, lower, vinyasa. From downward facing, inhale, raise your left leg back. Exhale the foot gently beside your left thumb, drop your right heel. Inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, lower into your vinyasa. Downward facing, pause a little longer this time, 3 to 5 breaths. Giving yourself time to smoothen out and rebalance the breath in and out. Remembering how important that part, your breathing, is to your physical yoga practice. And when you're ready, empty the breath before you walk or float your feet together to touch in a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen to half forward fold. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees together, chair pose. Exhale, rise up. And last time, inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. On your own, take it to your vinyasa as slowly as you're breathing. From Adho Mukha Svanasana, inhale your right leg back. Exhale the foot forward. Inhale, rise to warrior one. Exhale all the way down, vinyasa. Second side, inhale your left leg back. Exhale the foot forward. Inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 1. And exhale, lower, vinyasa. Downward dog, pause for 3 to 5 deep breaths. Notice if there's anything your body needs you to adjust, or if you need to take rest. Allow a moment to briefly check in. Notice how your mind is feeling, how your energy is feeling as you listen to your breath. And when you're ready, empty the breath before you walk or float forward. Inhale, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, chair. Exhale to rise. Let's step the left foot all the way back. Drop the back heel and come right into warrior two. Aligning your right heel to intersect the arch of your left foot. Bend your right knee directly above the ankle. Rotate your right outer hip under you to splay your right knee open towards your right pinky toe.
As you firm the top of your left thigh bone back, keeping your pelvis upright, lengthen through the spine as you relax the shoulders and open the arms wide, steadying your gaze gently on one point just past your right hand. Let's listen to 5 deep breaths in Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten your legs and let's shorten your stance a couple of inches for triangle pose. Glide your hips sideways towards your back wall. Lengthen your torso towards your front wall and lower your right fingertips on your right shin or just to the right side of your shin, maybe on a block. Keep wrapping the right outer hip under you. Tack the crease of your right hip back towards the left heel. Lengthen the top of your head forward as you soften your shoulders back. And spin your chest slightly to face the sky as you rest your eyes on one point for 5 more breaths. Trikonasana. Gaze at the ground ahead of your right toes and walk your right hand upper right corner of your right pinky toe, coming into half moon pose. You could use a block under your right hand if the floor feels too low. Drag the left foot forward, flex it off the ground, and open your chest to face the left wall. It's basically triangle pose tilted onto one leg. How's your breathing? Resting your eyes on one point, let's listen to another 5 deep breaths here in Ardha Chandrasana. On a slow exhale, step back to Warrior Two. Keep the right knee bent, flip the right palm up and side bend towards your back wall. Peaceful Warrior. Let in a deep breath. Exhale your hands to plank pose, optional vinyasa. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Pausing for 2 deep breaths. Observe inward. Then step or lightly jump forward to the top of your mat, forward fold. Press to your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead to rise into a gentle standing back bend. Exhale, hands in prayer, mountain pose. Listen to your breathing and step your right foot all the way back into Warrior Two, second side. Lining up your left heel to the arch of your right foot. Bend your left knee right on top of the ankle. Rotate your left outer hip beneath you to splay your left knee open towards the pinky toe as you firm the top of your right thigh bone back. Relax the shoulders right above the hips. Open the arms wide and rest your gaze just beyond the left hand. Let's listen to 5 more deep breaths. Straighten your legs for triangle. And let's shorten the stance a couple of inches. Glide your hips sideways towards your back wall, lengthening your torso forward. Lower your left fingertips slightly on your left shin or just to the left of it, maybe on a block. Keep wrapping your left outer hip under you as you tack the crease of the left hip back towards your right heel. Lengthen the crown of your head forward and slide both shoulder blades down your back, spinning your chest slightly to face the sky. Rest your eyes on one point and listen to the balance you can hear in your breath. Trikonasana. Let's take this posture to flight. Gaze at the ground ahead of your left toes. Crawl the left hand upper left corner of your left foot, maybe on a block. Drag the right foot forward and flex it off the ground. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. How is your breathing? Helping to support balance internally. With an exhale, gently land your right foot back to warrior two. Keep the left knee bent and side bend towards your rear wall in peaceful warrior. With an exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Vinyasa, cat-cow, child's pose, or straight to downward dog. Pause here for 2 deep breaths, tuning inward. Listen carefully. Keep your 2 feet on the ground and from your right hip socket. Inhale, turn out your right thigh at the hip. Flex your right foot. Exhale, cross the right ankle on top or in front of your left thigh, just above the knee, like a figure 4 shape. Keep flexing the right foot and splay the right thigh open. As you press down through both hands, equally pull both hips back and up, engaging your abdomen. Deep breaths. Breathe in here. Exhale, cross your right knee to touch your left outer armpit, twisting in plank, shoulders right above the wrists. Step your right foot beside your right thumb in a high lunge, and inhale, rise to crescent pose. Imagine the feeling as though you're dragging your feet towards each other without visibly moving them. Create that sense of rootedness, stability. Let's prepare to twist. Cup the top of your right thigh with your right hand and rooting down to your legs, breathe in to lengthen your spine forward. Keep the pelvis still and exhale, rotate your rib cage to the right. Either lower the left hand directly under your left shoulder, maybe on a block, and raise the right arm. Or if your balance feels really steady, hook the left elbow outside your right thigh. Or you could join your hands in prayer, open your arms apart, or bind. So whatever version you're in, with each inhale, create that scissoring action in the legs and lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, keep your 2 hips leveled and continue to rotate your rib cage. This is a version of twisting side angle pose, or Parita Parshvakonasana. One more breath. Now gaze down at your right foot and place both hands on the inner side, the left side of it. Scoot your right foot to the right another 3 to 5 inches and lower your back knee. Lizard lunge. Let's bring a focus to stretching the IT band of your outer right thigh. So flex your right foot as you splay the right thigh open, leaning just on the outer edge of the foot as you gently draw the right hip back, lengthen your torso forward. And let's see if there's a stretch in the left quadricep available. So bend the left knee, scoot it back another inch or two, and backstroke your right arm to catch hold of your left foot. If it's hard to reach your foot, you could prop your left hand on one or two stacked blocks to make it easier. Some of you might find it's available to lower onto your left forearm. Got a lot of options, so listen to the cues of your body's sensations guiding you to what it needs. And let's be here for another 3 to 5 breaths. And let's gently step back to downward facing dog. Allow a moment to observe how your body's responding. Keeping both feet on the ground from your left hip socket, externally rotate your left thigh bone. Flexing your left foot, cross the ankle above your right knee onto your right thigh like a figure 4 shape. Pressing the ground equally with both hands, pull your hips up and back, splaying your left thigh open, firm in your belly. Deep breaths. Another breath in. Exhale, twist at your waistline and cross the left knee to tap your right outer armpit, stacking your shoulders above your wrists. Step the left foot beside the left thumb in a high lunge. Inhale to rise, crescent pose. So once again, without visibly moving your legs, bring the energy as if you're dragging your feet towards each other. Cup the top of your left thigh with your left hand and root down as you inhale, lengthen forward. Keep your pelvis still and exhale, twist to the left. How did you enter your twist on your first side? Right hand down inside the leg or hook the elbow outside the thigh. See if it's available and explore the range of your twist, breath by breath. Look down at your inner left foot and lower both hands to the right side of your front foot. Scoot your left foot to the left another 3 to 5 inches and lower your right knee. Lizard lunge. So flex your left foot as you splay the left thigh open, just leaning the outer edge of the foot on the ground. Lengthen your torso forward, bend the right knee, scoot it back an inch or two. Backstroke your left arm, see if you can reach hold of that foot and gently bring it closer. Otherwise, you could prop your right hand on 1 or 2 blocks to help you reach. Some of you might lower to your right forearm. So listening to your body's truths right now and honoring it. Allow for another 3 to 5 deep breaths. Gently step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank pose. And give yourself maybe 8 counts to slowly shift forward through Chaturanga and come all the way down. Take your time, firm the belly in, send the shoulders back, breathe. Rest your forehead on the floor. Slide your knees close together as we enter our last few back bends, starting with bound locust pose, Baddha Shalabhasana. Keep your legs straight and reach your hands behind your lower back to clasp. If you have any stability issues in your lower back, keep pressing the tops of your feet on the floor. Otherwise, you might lift your feet as well. Inhale, roll your shoulders back and down and stretch your arms towards your heels, maybe lifting your legs straight. Count 5 to 7 deep breaths before you let go to rest. And when you've let go, you might lean one ear down to stretch one side of your neck. Pause for a couple deep breaths. For next back bend, you could opt to practice the same pose on your own or add a little more fire and come into bow dhanurasana. For the latter, slide your knees close together and bend them. Rest your forehead on the floor. Reach back with your hands to hold your ankles or feet, inner or outer. Press your pubic bone into the ground. Kick your feet back and pull your feet towards you, lifting your knees no wider than hips distance apart. Draw the shoulder blades down the back and look slightly down. Count 5 to 8 deep breaths before you let go. This time you might lower the opposite ear down, stretching the other side of your neck. And maybe windshield wiper your shins side to side to bring ease to your lower back. All right, we have one more back bend, and I invite you into locust pose, Shalabhasana. With legs straight, slide your knees close together. Bring your arms down by your sides with your palms face down. Rest your forehead on the ground. As you breathe in, roll the shoulders behind the ears and press them down the back. Lift everything you can off the floor. Feet stay down if you need more support for the lower back. Count 5 to 10 breaths. Some variations in the arms you might explore: opening the arms apart, rotating the fronts of the shoulders back to spin the palms to face forward, or adding the rigor of extending the arms overhead, palms facing each other, triceps alongside the ears as you plug your shoulders into their sockets. Relax your face, slow, smooth, steady breaths. And when you're ready, let it go. Take a moment to rest. What is your body saying right now? And what is a loving thought you could give to your body? Let's press up to tabletop for our last spinal twist. Thread the needle. You can keep both knees on the floor as we'll be threading the right arm under the left, or stretch your inner right thigh by stepping your right foot out to the right so the sole of the foot is flat on the floor and the inner arch of your right foot is in line with your left knee. If you find that's too cumbersome when you're twisting, you could always replace the right knee on the ground. All right, let's press the left hand into the earth and inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, thread your right arm under your left bent elbow. Lower the right side of your head all the way down. If your head does not comfortably rest on the ground, use a block or two to rest your head on. Try to level the height of your two hips, stabilizing your lower back. Invite the twist to deepen across your waistline. And as we're cooling down, you might help to invite more yin energy, invite the parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest response, by breathing out slightly longer than you breathe in. You can also release excess heat by exhaling through your mouth. Let's press up gently to tabletop. Take your time switching sides, and if you stepped your right foot out to the right, see if stepping your left foot out to the left is available. Press down with your right palm. Inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale, tread it underneath your right bent elbow. Lower the left side of your head all the way down. Use a prop if you need it. Level your hips. Soften your shoulders down your back. And listen to longer exhalations than inhalations. Inviting the feeling of release, cleanse, surrender. Let's pause in child's pose for a few breaths, bringing your feet together to touch. Knees can be together or apart as you rest your forehead down. And so now giving our twisting muscles at the sides of the torso a stretch and thank you. Extend your arms forward and crawl the hands over to the right as far as you can reach comfortably. You might imagine breathing deeper into the left side of your lungs and even into the left side of your lower back. Then crawl your hands through center and switch over to the left. Maybe picturing the breath expanding more into the right side of your torso. Coming back through center. Slide your hands back beside your knees and slowly inhale, roll your spine upright to sit. Straighten both legs in front of you as you sit tall. And if you find your back tensed around when you do that, you can elevate your pelvis on a block or two. Let's prepare for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Separate your feet hips width apart. Flex your feet and press the insteps forward. Ground your sitting bones and raise your arms. You could hold the strap, place it around the balls of your feet to support relaxing the shoulders if you need it. As you breathe in, lengthen your spine, lift your heart, keep the shoulders relaxed, and exhale, hinge from your hips, breath by breath. If you're not using a strap, you could walk your handstand the backs of your legs, or if it's available, clasp your big toes with your index and middle fingers. Remember to keep your throat open. Give the breath space to flow easily. One more deep breath. Press down to your sitting bones and lead with your chest. Inhale to slowly rise.
All right. Let's take a moment to sit comfortably and practice one more pranayama to help us relax more deeply for Shavasana and meditation, as well as balance our energy, the solar yang, active energy with the lunar yin, more relaxed inward energy. So find a way to sit comfortably where your spine is tall, your body's relaxed. This is called alternate nostril breathing or Nodi Shodhana Pranayama. Rest your left hand on your lap and maybe place it in Gyan Mudra to help inward focus. That's where you bring the thumb and first finger to touch and the palm is face up. Place your right hand in Vishnu Mudra, sticking out the thumb, pinky, and ring fingers. We'll be closing the lips, breathing softly through the nose, and closing the right nostril with the right thumb, closing the left nostril with the right ring and pinky fingers like this. You might practice for a moment. So let's try 3 cycles of Nadi Shodhana Pranayama together, and then continue 3 cycles on your own before letting go of controlling the breath. Then notice the effects of it. As we're practicing, you might close your eyes and turn your gaze inward towards the center of your brain, the area of your pineal gland, and the area of your intuitive energy center, Ajna Chakra. Let's prepare to begin by emptying this breath. Right thumb, close right nostril, inhale through left. Hold the breath, close left, exhale through right. Hold the breath. Inhale through right. Hold the breath. Close right, exhale through left. Hold the breath. Second cycle. Inhale left for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Close left. Exhale right for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Inhale right for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Close right. Exhale left for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Third cycle, inhale left for 6. Hold 2. Close left, exhale right for 6. Hold 2. Inhale right for 6. Hold 2. Close right, exhale left for 6. Hold 2. Continue 3 more cycles on your own. And take your time when you are finished. Let go of controlling your breath and observe anything you feel. I invite you to continue observing as you start to lower your body into your final resting pose, lying down, closing your eyes, and breathing naturally for a few minutes of rest in Shavasana. Observe how your body is feeling right now and listen to how it wants to begin waking up. Please start slowly and subtly, like wiggling your fingers, toes, and then little by little ease into simple stretches, maybe keeping your eyes closed. Gradually turning over onto your right side and resting your head. Pause there for a few breaths and notice your breathing. Sense what your energy feels like right now. Then take your time pressing it into the ground and lifting your body up to sit. Sitting for 5 minutes of meditation, you might place both hands in Gyan Mudra. You might close the eyes and rest your inner gaze towards third eye center. Continuing to breathe naturally as you observe any activity in your mind without any judgment. How does your mind feel right now? How do you feel emotionally? And in this brand new moment, is there anyone or anything that you would like to offer gratitude for? Remember what your intention was for this practice and this new season. And how will you continue to nurture that intention in the days to come? Remember to whom you dedicated this practice. And let's close by chanting Om 3 times together. Let in a deep breath. Ha. 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 Bowing head to heart, honoring the light within. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.